Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. About a month ago, I purchased a new hair dryer. I showed it in one of my Vlogmas videos and there was a whole little snafu to it. But today I want to tell you some of the pros and cons to the Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. I've been using it for a month and I have a lot to say, and I'll let you know if I would repurchase it again for $400. So I got the special edition and I really don't know what's so special about it because I know there's a few other editions that come with a case. It is a nice case that I never use. It's lined with this really soft felt material. It reminds me of what you'd find on like a billiards table. Inside the package, it had the hair dryer itself. It was a really nice presentation. There was a mat that I never use and there were all the styling attachments. The color that I picked up is the pink and it looks like that. You've seen it before, so I won't go too crazy into it. I did get all the attachments and like I said, there was a little bit of a snafu. So all of them are magnetized, right? But in my kit, when I was doing like my whole little first impressions video, the smoothing nozzle was not magnetized. So I had to contact Dyson and I'll go into that in a little bit. I've been using this for a month, like I said, and there's a lot of pros and cons. I think I'm gonna go with the pros first because it's always nice to go over the positive before you jump into the negative. So as far as pros go, this has cut down my drying time. I'm not gonna say by half because that's like totally BS. It was maybe about by 10 or 15 minutes, which is really great because any time savings is like awesome to me. This could also be due to the fact that my old hair dryer was about a decade old, so it was on its way out and it wasn't blowing as hard or the heat wasn't as consistent, which also led to another thing. Another pro I noticed is my hair, it just feels so much softer and it's just smoother. And in a lot of my videos, I'm constantly touching my hair just because it feels so good. And I know it's probably annoying to watch, but I do, it's nice. It's smooth, I love it. So that is a total pro. Also, the volume on it, they say it's like inaudible, but I don't believe that to be true. It's very audible. And the first few times I used it, I was like, what's going on over here? I had to get used to it because it's a very high pitch frequency that, yes, is not as loud as like a standard hair dryer, but it's something different. Another pro that I have to give them is that the weight is evenly distributed. Like you've heard a lot of people say, the motor and everything's on the bottom, so it doesn't like hurt your wrist, and it's very light, also very compact, so it's easy to travel with. Having the intake on the bottom brings you to another pro. Your hair is not going to get caught in the back like I've had it happen once or twice before with my old hair dryer, and it's just not fun. Now we're going to get into some of the negatives, and there are quite a few. So I don't like the button placement. I have gotten used to the cold shot button on the bottom, like I'm used to using that, but the fan and the heat buttons, I just can't get used to. Also, I really don't like the fact that you have to button all the way up to get all the way back down. I get why they did that because they didn't want to have excess buttons, but that was one of the beauties of the switches that you have on so many other hair dryers where you literally just flip it on high or flip it on low. You don't have to button through everything. It's kind of annoying because I like to switch like my heat settings and my fan settings multiple times throughout, so I'm literally forced to stop, turn it over, and then use my thumb just because like I haven't figured out like how to do it this way. And then also there's a lot of shuffling, so that just increases the chance of you dropping this thing. The next thing could be like a pro or a con depending on how you want to look at it. I heard a lot of people say that like this doesn't get hot enough. I don't know if maybe there's something wrong with your unit, but this thing gets plenty hot. I never use it at the highest heat setting. I'm always at 1 or 2. I have tried it on the highest one and it was so hot I almost burned my scalp, so I backed it all the way down. I said, no, that's just too much. So I don't know, maybe you should have your unit sent in to get checked because this thing gets plenty hot. And also this, I don't even know what to call it, the head gets a little warm, and I think that's why they included the heat mat. So if you use this on high, which you really shouldn't be doing, you have the heat mat to lay it down. Also, this prevents it from slipping off the counter, but I do leave this in my drawer while I'm not using it so that it doesn't fall off the counter. Another con for this, and this kind of also ties into 2-in-1, I received a faulty nozzle when I first purchased this product, and I showed it to you earlier and in another video. If I had a standard hairdryer, I could go to a beauty supply store and purchase a new nozzle that would fit right on. And let me tell you, it's really nice that they give you the diffuser. A lot of people don't use this, so it's kind of like an extra cost if you're not going to use it that you're paying for. And I would much rather them not have it, and I can add it on at a lower price or add on certain attachments at a lower price to customize it, because I think $400 is a lot. If I wanted to get another replacement nozzle with a standard hairdryer, I could just go to the beauty supply store, purchase a new nozzle and use it. So like, most hairdryers don't come with all three. You usually get the concentrator and the styling one, and you go and you purchase the diffuser. You can get them at Ulta, you can get them anywhere. They're really cheap. Dyson, they give you everything, obviously, because they have this whole magnetized technology, right? But like, for instance, I contacted them and they told me that their warranty only covers the hairdryer itself, not the nozzles, which are considered like accessories. And I argued with them, listen, I just bought this thing. I can understand you not covering one of those under warranty, but I literally have not had this thing for more than 2 days. So you have sent me a faulty product. It took 4 emails, 5 phone calls to get the replacement nozzle. Every time I called, they told me that it's not covered and I have to purchase it. And this nozzle is $20, and then you have to pay for shipping, which is almost $10, and that comes out to $30 for one nozzle. Again, if I had a standard hairdryer, I can probably purchase the same nozzle at a beauty supply store for like $8. So that's a big negative. And I'm gonna give Dyson's customer support like a negative C rating, because it took so much effort on my part to get a replacement for something that should have been right the first time, especially at a $400 price point. I kind of expect really good customer service. I was a big fan of them when I got my vacuum. I never had any problems with it, but I really hope I don't have any problems with it, because if this is any indication of what their customer support is like, I'm in for something special. So yes, they did resolve it, kudos to them, but it was just hell to get it fixed. Do I think that this is worth $400? No, I don't. I think if you can do what I did, and again, I didn't spend $400, I had a 20% off coupon, so that knocked off $80. Plus I had been banking my points with Ulta for like forever, so that knocked off close to $200. So I pretty much paid what I would have paid for a different high-end hairdryer. But in reality, I probably could have got another high-end hairdryer that is about the same size, that works just as well, if not better. So if you're really like a Dyson fan and you're adamant about getting one, I would suggest holding off until you get a really good coupon and you have some points to use with Ulta or even Best Buy. If you have one of their rewards cards and you're saving up certificates, that might be a good option for you. But overall, I really just can't recommend purchasing this, because it doesn't do anything ridiculously fabulous, you know, and it's not anything crazy special to warrant a $400 price tag. And the warranty is, I mean, it's pretty standard with some other ones. You get 2 years, but you get 2 years with certain other manufacturers too. So I don't know, I can't recommend it for that price point. But if you could get it for like $150 or less, then yeah. Would I buy it again? Again, not for $400, but for less, totally would. So I hope you ladies enjoyed this, or guys. If you have any other products that you want me to try, either private message me or put them down below. I'll be doing a full write-up on my website, thecriticalvirgo.com. Go check that out. I'll have photos and a whole rating. And if you think that I'm being like too harsh, then go over there, put your input in, and your scoring directly affects mine, which is kind of fun and cool. I'll put some links to my social media down below. Don't forget to check me out there too. Bye.